Hi, my name is David Drapella. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. I have a number of things up, my spiritual writings up on YouTube, and a lot of gold and silver. We've talked about gold and silver and all of this over the last 5 years of my life or more. But today I want to talk to you about 2 or 3 things that I think are very important in the world that we have today. The first thing that I'd like to say is that I'd love for y'all to realize what Christ said when he came down here, and he said, "Be in this world, but not of it." So there are 2 separate worlds, but today I want to talk to you about being in this world. Then I'll talk to you about being in the other world. What I'm going to tell you is beyond my belief, but I know it's true, and I've taken the time to read and understand and talk to people. And I'm going to talk to you about a book. It's called The Great Taking, and it's by David Webb. I would suggest that everyone read this book, but more than that, you can go on to YouTube under The Great Taking, and I think David Webb has an introduction and a story about it. I want to cut through the book. I want to cut through the books, not to give you a lot of details, but what this book is saying to you, to us humans on this planet. For the last 60 or 70 years, these powers, whoever they are, have been setting up a position for them to own everything that we have in the world. I know this is hard to understand, but they have set down the laws in all of the different countries in the world over the last 70 years. And those laws are all in place. You will not own anything. It is incredible. You think you have a 401k? You think you have retirement? If you read this book, The Great Taking, you're going to see that this entity, whatever it is, whether it's a satanic entity or whatever, they have all the laws in place that if you think you own stock in the stock market, you don't own. You don't have a certificate. What you have is a promise. And the way they have fixed the law up over these last many years, if that security company goes broke, all of your money goes away. You won't own anything. These entities, these banks will own it all. This is, and I've been in finance most of my life. So, not to dwell on this too much, but once again, this is called The Great Taking. I think it's important because if you think you own anything, if you read this book, these people once again have set it up where you won't own anything. They'll take it all, and you cannot do anything about it. So we have to be cognizant of this now to try and stop what's happening. And I'm doing the best I can with a group of other people to make sure that our politicians, very few of them know what's going down. That's what I found anyway. Okay, so that's so much for the great taking. That's the bad news. Now let's go to the good news. The good news that you are a spiritual being. As I came into this world 86 years ago, I was blessed with a great mother and father, and I've always had an understanding beyond what we call normal. And I want to tell y'all, you are divines, we are all divine spirits having a human experience. And what's important is you're down here on this planet because this is a lesson. You elected probably to come here. And this is a lesson. I have many, many writings that I have got, I think, from the other side, because I would hear the voice, I would be writing. Not what I was thinking to write, but what was being given to me. And so, not to dwell on it too much, but one of the writings that I had, I think, which is really important, I'd like to give it to you. Life is a classroom, and each day I attend. And the only thing that I'm absolutely sure of is that my teacher is pure love. So, if today I leave the classroom angry or disappointed, it is because I have not understood the lesson. Because pure love can only transmit pure love. I want y'all to think about that. When things happen in your life and you start to get angry, instead of being angry, try to remember, what's the lesson? What's the lesson? Get away from the anger and find what's the lesson, because that's what it's all about. So, as you travel through this earth, we are having today major problems. And I think 3 or 4 years ago, I put a small video on, and I talked about the new earth, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I see the new earth as it's coming. And I'd love to tell everybody what it is and how I see it. It's incredible. For one thing, for those who are medically ill, what they've told me is that every cell in your body is like a planet into its own self, and it has a frequency. Everything has a frequency, energy. And what we'll discover is that anything that is wrong in our bodies will not have doctors. We will have a frequency detector, and that will cure whatever illness we have. And that is only one of the things that are coming in this new world. So, this is not going to be an easy transition. And some of us will not make it. But I'm asking you to raise your frequency with love, compassion. Pick up your dog, It'll tell you how to have love. Stand by a tree, pick a rose up, raise your vibration. Do not be caught in the trap. Thank you for everything. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it so much. I hope to come on and have some more videos like this in the future, okay? Bye. See y'all later.